Okay, sorry about that. When I went to put my phone into the clip, it hit a button and ended my live. So we are going to do this live again, although we'll start here. So hi. If you started on the other one, hopefully you can find me on this one. I so apologize. That was my mistake. Totally. Not Facebook. Sometimes it's Facebook. Sometimes it's me. All right. Why is this volume not going? Okay, there we go. All right. So, where should we start? I'll just quickly show you a couple of really good deals in the mini catalog. The annual catalog's way too big to go through and show you all the deals. I'm going to go through and I'm going to make my usual 3 projects, but I just wanted to point some stuff out. So there is stuff that, so here are this is what the lists look like. I don't think I actually posted them. I emailed them to customers. But they are, if you go on my online store, they're all listed with the pictures, much easier to see than these. So there's one for the mini catalog, which is this one, and then there's the big one for the annual catalog. So only the retired stuff are listed. There are things in here, when they have extra stars, some of them are not actually retiring. It's just maybe like here, where this is continuing on into the next year's annual catalog, but it will no longer be bundled. So right now it's bundled and you can get 10% off when you purchase both the dies and the stamp set. And then even though it's not retiring, it'll still be around, it'll be unbundled. So you won't get that, you'll be paying 10% more. So that's just something to be aware of. If there is something on your list and it's not necessarily retiring, but it's bundled, you might want to get it now instead of waiting and paying more for it. So same idea here. This one is, but it tells you. What else did I want to say? So there's, oh, this is one of the ones we're going to use today. So I can't believe these background stamps are retiring. I mean, I can never get enough background stamps. I don't know about you guys. I really like them. And so I'm kind of sad, but they are, this one is, I can't remember what the percentage off is. This one's 60%, and I think this one's 20%. So good deals again. The stamp sets are harder to find, the really good deals, but there are some to be had. I just wanted to point out a few. So the dies for on the farm are 60% off, not the stamp set, but still, if you add that together, a really good deal is this Marigold Moments, both. So you don't want to buy it as a bundle. If you buy the stamp set and the dies separately, they're each 60% off. So it was like $20-something for both. Crazy, crazy deals. But that's just to show you the deals that are there to be had. I can't believe this one's retiring. I love that one. This is another one of the deals that's both 60% off, the dies and the stamp set. This was one I kind of waffled on getting. And now it's super affordable, so I might need to get it. Anyways, lots of deals. Don't miss out. Go on. If you have a moment, just go on and look and see if there's anything, or if there's some, like if you have a list of things that you'll kind of always have running for when you might have some spare change. Go on and see if your stuff is on sale, because it might be, and then you can hopefully get it while it's cheap. Okay, our first one. Now, I got this, actually there was a sale on stamp sets a while ago, and I had been waffling on this one and I hadn't bought it, and then so I decided to get it. It is the Best Butterflies. It is retiring, unfortunately, but I hadn't really played with it at all. I actually really liked it for the sentiments more than anything. And then I wasn't crazy about the butterflies because they're very kind of cartoony, but I saw a bunch of samples as kind of time went on and I really liked them. So anyways, I ended up getting them. Like I said, they were on sale, so I splurged and now they're retiring. But the dies, so the stamp set isn't on sale, but the dies are 50% off right now. So it brings them down to like $21 instead of $42, $43. I think it's $21.50 instead of $43. So still good deal, even though the stamp set's not. And you can see, you could always just use the dies standalone. You don't have to have the stamp set. The stamp set to me is more about the sentiments. So, yeah, and then here's the hand-drawn dots that are 60% off as well, which I'm so sad. All right, let's make a card. So first, oh, the other thing I forgot to say was, which I have announced and put in my posts, we do have all 11 colors retiring out of our main core colors. And then we have the in colors, the one set that are retiring right away. So lots of new colors coming in. So I wanted to also bring those in here. So these are 3 of the colors that are retiring. This is Soft Suede, Rich Razzleberry, and Mango Melody. You can see how these butterfly pieces work. So you have the outline. So if you stamped it, you could cut out the stamped part. But if you don't want to stamp it, or you don't have the stamps, you can take the inside part and then you would run it through. And we're going to do some magic television, and poof, look at that. It's just like that. We've got our pieces. So this is what ends up coming out once you've run it through the machine. Oh, that's it. You know what? I forgot to check. The Stamparatus is retiring. So if you don't have a Stamparatus, I highly suggest you get on it. I don't know if it's available still. I couldn't even get the grid paper that goes with it. It was no longer available at 6 a.m. yesterday morning. So, anyways, I know a bunch of you do have the Stamparatus, and I'm glad because I love it, and I'm really sad that it's leaving. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to find my dimensionals here as I'm talking away. So we've got our butterfly pieces and our body. So to put it together, I find it easiest if you just kind of set it, and then you can put a dimensional down, overlapping the 2 pieces, and then it can hold it for you. And then you want to put this piece kind of down here and do the same thing. And then you want to hold the 2 pieces together. Okay, so then you've got your little butterfly all cute and ready to go. Then we need a sentiment, but first I'm going to make a little background here with my hand-drawn dots. Now, some people have the designer series paper with all the little dots and whatever's that basically they're making a background for you. I like to make my own sometimes, even though I have a ton of designer series paper that needs to be used up, but you know, sometimes you just don't have the right color. So anyways, I'm being lazy here. I decided to be lazy yesterday and it worked. So I'm gonna be lazy today. I'm not even mounting it on a block. I'm not mounting it on my Stamparatus. I am taking my piece of paper, putting it down, rubbing Just lifting it straight up, and look at that. I've got my background. Now, obviously, you don't want to close it up and just leave it dirty, so you can take your chamois and you can, my chamois is a little dry, so it's not cleaning as well as it normally does when it's nice and juicy. Anyways, there we go. So now we have a background. We have a butterfly. We need a sentiment. So I've got a piece of basic white. I've got my You're My Bestie Melted. I've got my soft suede. And just gonna... My voice is almost back to normal. We're getting there. For those of you who watched last week, I was still pretty sick. Wasn't feeling really sick, just still dealing with sinuses. All right, so now I've got that. I also took a piece of this, what's it called? It's in the mini, but it is not retiring, so it will be in the main Vellum Basics. It has polka dots, stripes, and some leaves. I didn't think polka dots on polka dots would be that great, so anyways, we put it all together and we add it to, so here, so this is another color that's retiring. It's the Sahara Sand. So we've got five colors here that are retiring. Isn't that cute? And then I have here, these are the opal rounds. That's these ones. They are retiring as well. So they are discounted and they are 50% off. So instead of 10 something, they're $5.12. So if you need embellishments, now's a good time to get your hands on ribbons and some embellishments like that, because a lot of them are up to 60% off. Okay. Let me just, I don't have any comments coming up. You guys might just be being quiet. We'll see. All right. Hopefully I'm not missing some comments. All right, the next one. So that, the butterflies is out of the annual catalog. If you're looking for it, it's not in the mini. It is in the main large catalog. Actually, all three of my projects today are out of the main catalog, which I haven't pulled out in a while. So this is good. It's making me pull things out. Next up is this Lighthouse Point. It's another one that I grabbed while it was on sale because it was on my list and I hadn't got it. And then now we're at the end of the year and it's retiring. I think I was hoping that a lot of times they continue on. For some reason, all the ones that I like aren't continuing on. So this has the dies and the stamp set. The dies again are on for 50% off. The stamp set's not on sale. But again, you can use it as a standalone with just the dies. There's actually 2 sheets of dies here. It's not just the lighthouse. So there's 2 different sizes of lighthouses. There's these 2 pieces which are for the sentiments. There's a cloud. Now, I'm not sure what this piece is for. This is obviously for the top of the lighthouse. I haven't played with it. Oh, but you used to add pieces to the smaller lighthouse. That's what it is. So you could glue down a bunch of like this, but on the little one. There you go. See, if you don't play with things, you don't figure out how they all work. Okay. I should probably leave that out because I'm going to be using them. Let me find all my stuff here. Okay, so we're going to start with a piece of white cardstock. And then I pulled out this Into the Clouds embossing folder. It is not a 3D embossing folder, so it is one of the thinner ones. I wish it was 3D, but no worries because it's retiring. It is 60% off as well, so it's $4.70 right now. See, deals to be had, you guys. Make sure you get the deals. Okay, so then I'm going to take my Balmy Blue. Now, because this is a very thin embossing folder, you have to ink it very lightly. It will still go on to the clouds, so you'll see. You could try and drag it so that it doesn't. Let's see what happens if we. No, it still goes on to the clouds. Well, not as much. Let's see. Okay, well, that works a little bit. Okay, so dragging is better than tapping, apparently. Then I only want, I want to leave some of the bottom part not inked. So I'm gonna just close it there. Then I forgot to grab my my cut and emboss machine. So I'm just gonna run it over and do it while you can't see me, unfortunately. And I will be right back. Okay. So I ran it through the emboss machine. I'm bringing it back without even opening it. You can see it smudged a bit as I was rolling it through. I'm going to open it up. It's a bit on my clouds, but that's okay. Clouds aren't all perfectly white. And then you would just want to wash this off and let it dry. So now I've got my bottom part that isn't inked. I'm going to take Pacific Point, which is another color that's retiring. Balmy Blue is not retiring, just so you know, but Pacific Point is. And I'm taking this piece of the stamp set and I'm gonna make some water. It's a very juicy ink pad. I must have just re-inked it. Okay, so then I want to wipe this off because I'm going to reuse this. So you can see it's not, when your chamois isn't, when it's almost dry, it can't pick up the ink the way it does when it's a little bit more wet. So make sure your chamois is, I should have done it before. Anyways, then I'm going to take Sahara sand because it's the perfect sand. What am I going to do without Sahara sand? I don't know. I'm trying to think of what the new colors are and if there's something that will kind of make do for it. I can't remember. My order's supposed to come tomorrow. So I will, maybe I'll have to pop on and do a unboxing and you guys can see some of the new stuff and the new colors. Anyways, so there's my sand, my water, and then my clouds. Doesn't that cool with the clouds? I hadn't really played with that embossing folder much, but by adding the ink to it, it's really cool. So then I've pre-cut out a piece of white cardstock. I made it into a frame by just using the deckled rectangles. These, thank goodness, are not retiring. So they will be around, is it? I'm just, Kate, whoever's watching, can you let me know if it's super dark to you? My iPad looks super dark and I don't know why. I'm hoping it's not the actual video. Hopefully it's just me. I'm having technical difficulties today. So then I'm just going to make a frame. I'm going to frame my ocean and sand. I'm just going to put some glue here. could pop it up if you wanted to. I kind of like that it just kind of gives it a softer edge. It's very clear. Okay, good. Good, good. Glad it's clear. All right. Then I forgot to grab pieces to do my magic of television, but I cut out one of these and one of these with basic white, and I did not punch out all my pieces. Then I cut out another one of these solid pieces with So Saffron, which is another retiring color. And then there's this little ladder looking thing I cut out with black cardstock. It is the railing for the lighthouse. And then I'm just gonna put it together. So because you've got this light here, I wanted to have the light showing through, but I don't want yellow all the way down because then it wouldn't look like the lighthouse. So I'm just gonna cut it up here so that I have places to glue it, and then I have my look of light coming through. So I'm just gonna put a bit of glue here, and then we will. The nice thing with the liquid glue is you can, you know, if it's not quite lined up, you can adjust it, but it looks like I did pretty good. And then I'm just gonna glue it down on to my other white piece. So I can just add some glue here. You really don't need much. It's probably more than you ever need. But again, it's nice to be able to move it around a little bit. Make sure it's the spot. Except for it does dry quickly, so you do have to work pretty fast. The more glue, obviously, that you put on, the more pliable it makes it. And then we just need our little grill here. So just a dab of glue. And I just put it all over my fingers. Oh dear. Okay. There we go. So then I've got my lighthouse. And I think since this is all flat, I'm going to pop up my lighthouse. Oh dear, dropping everything. Oh, this is empty. Why did I not know? Okay, we've got a new sheet of dimensionals here. And we'll just go. I don't understand why. I don't know if you guys have the same problem. These days they cut it so far through, a lot of times it tries to come up with the bottom piece paper. I don't know if I'm doing something. I never used to do that, so I don't know if it's just a new process that they have to cut the dimensionals, or maybe it's just this one pack that I've had that was a bit wonky. So then I'm going to put my lighthouse here. Very pretty, but it needs a sentiment. So then I will take a piece of black and So Much Thanks, which comes from the stamp set, and some Versamark with my messy Versamark. This is usually the one I use for when I'm using colored inks and stuff in case I make a mistake, but anyways, then I need some white embossing powder. I don't think any of the embossing powder is on sale. I forgot to look. I'm pretty sure it's all, nothing's retiring out of there, so it's probably not discounted. No, I forgot to use my embossing buddy, so I've got some stuff sticking, but I do have the brush. I can kind of brush some of this extra away. This, I don't know about you, but I don't like it when there's little white, I didn't flick it enough, dots all over the place. I don't mind one or two here and there, but when it looks like it's speckled, not a great look. All right, then we will just heat and emboss that. So really simple, large cutouts, so they're easy to glue. And you could, you know, like if you wanted a colored lighthouse, you could just use a colored piece of cardstock underneath. Just like I did with the So Saffron up top, but you could go all the way through so you have colored lines if that's what you want. I kind of like the simplicity of the all white. Then you can take, if I can find it, the sentiment labels here. The small one is the one that fits this one. You run it through your cut and emboss machine, and through the magic of television, it comes out like this, and then you can just pop it up. Like so. And then I added a piece of black and then the Sahara Sand, which is another retiring. So in this one, the Pacific Point, the So Saffron, and the Sahara Sand are colors that are retiring. So here you can see I tapped it, and I tried to wipe it with a wipe, which is why it's kind of smushed, which is kind of a cool look too. This one, the clouds are more white. They both look good to me. I don't know, do you guys have a preference? Which one do you like the clouds better? Do you like cleaner clouds or kind of smushed, smudged clouds? Which clouds are never all one color, right? So anyways, that is the second card. And then the last one is with the cup of tea. I've used this one. I used it a lot actually because I think it was part of the pre-order last year. Kind of sad again that it's retiring, but you know, we gotta keep things new. I'm not getting rid of this one, that's for sure. So this one, I'm not making a card out of it. I am making a treat bag. I'm using the Peekaboo treat bags. These are retiring. They're one of the only treat bags that aren't discounted. A lot of the treat stuff is like highly 50-60% off. So if you're looking for containers, treat boxes, gift boxes, whatever, check those out in the annual catalog because they are mostly discounted other than these treat bags. But there's how many in a pack? There's 10 in a pack. And they are, I think they're like $8 or $10. They're not crazy, and they're food safe. So you'll see, I didn't actually put anything in mine, but I'm going to, and I can put it straight into here because it's food safe. So it has a lining. I don't know if you can see that. So it's not on the paper. It won't seep through. But the nice thing with this is you've got so when you open it, you could, whatever you put in, you'll be able to see through the window, but this paper is, you can stamp on it. So it's nice. So half of them are white and half of them are craft. So both of them you can stamp on. This one, I'm just using the white one. And then I'm going to take, so let me show you what I'm talking about. I've got the cup of tea bundle. Again, the dies are 50% off. The stamp set is not discounted, but they're both, I believe they're both still available. I couldn't find, they're not listed in our inventory thing, but things sell so fast, it doesn't always update. So when you go into my store, that's the best way to know if something's available or not. If you're looking for something specific, or if you want to know, you can always send me a message and I can check. So I'm going to take the flower and leaves, which is from here. And I'm just going to stamp them around here. So here's another, I don't know, I haven't used it yet. I don't think so. Blushing Bride is another one of our retiring colors, as well as Mint Macaron. There is a really nice looking pink coming in, but it's a very different pink. I wish we could just keep them all. I like to have my options, but this is fairly dark, this pink, so maybe this new pink will be good. We'll have to see. We will find out soon. I'm so excited. I'm so glad that I expedited my order. Last time they ended up being so backlogged because of the amount of orders they were getting. It took, I think it took 2 weeks before it shipped, let alone arrived. So I was really sad. So I told myself this time, I'm not gonna have to wait 3 weeks, because then it's hard for me to get things ready for when it's available to customers. So this is the Mint Macaron and the Blushing Bride. Okay. So we've, you could even stamp on the back too if you really wanted to get fancy. I'm just trying to think if I need these still. I'll just leave them there. Okay, then where's all my pieces and parts? Pieces and parts, where are you? Where did they go? Here they are. Okay, so then I've got, I cut a piece of just plain Sahara sand, and I don't know why I pre-stamped it. I got happy stamping and didn't wait. So this is the other background stamp out of the mini catalog. I just stamped it with Sahara sand the same way I did the dots, the lazy way. Don't be lazy, do it properly, because you know, you can see it's not that well stamped, but I didn't care because this is just going to be in the background. So I'm just making a tag out of it. So like I showed you last time, if you don't have a punch to make the tag top. Oh, that's the other thing. Punches are totally discounted. I can't remember, like 50% off, maybe even 60. A lot of them, most of them, the ones that are retiring. So if you like punches and you don't have a lot of punches, go take a look at the punches. There's lots to be had. Okay, so then we're gonna, apparently I didn't take out, oh, it's all stuck together. I didn't take out all my pieces so I couldn't do magic television tricks. Anyways, see, my desk starts getting too cluttered by card number 3, and then I can't find anything. So here, this is the cute little tag outline. So you can just do that, and then there's this cute, so there's a bunch that you can fit in there. You could do I miss you, I just can't thank you enough, there's to from, there's it's time for tea. So I have it's time for tea, and I'm gonna stamp it with my Bermuda Bay. Like so. And then we need some of this sprig to go in our cup. So we'll just take that and our mint macaron, since that's kind of the green we're using right now. And then we have the dies that go with. So we've got the cutout for the tea bag. We've got the sprig. Oh, and I forgot we need a lemon wedge as well. And that we're going to use the So Saffron, which is also retiring. It's funny because I don't use So Saffron very much. I usually use Daffodil Delight, but it's for the sweet citrus where there's lemons and stuff. I always use the So Saffron, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. And then we have the lemon. And then, like I said, I forgot to pull out all the other pieces. But I pre-cut this one out of Blushing Bride. I pre-cut a solid teacup out of Bermuda Bay. And then we rolled this through, and through the magic of television, dun, 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 we get the sprigs, and we get the lemon wedge, and the tea bag tag, and we cut out the extra piece of lemon with So Saffron. And then all we have to do is put it all together. So this is actually, I find, so I did put the adhesive sheet on it because it's quite thin and I don't like getting my hands all full of glue. Fine if you kind of wiggle it, it helps it come off all together when you peel it. We'll see how we do this go round. These ones I don't think I cut very well. Might have to poke them out. Let's see. Well, a lot of them came off. Not quite all of them. So then you just have to pull off those few extras. You could run it through the brush or poke it before you pull off the adhesive, but can't do that while doing a video. So, well, I could brush it, but I don't have it out. So then I'm just putting it on top. Isn't that a pretty cup? It's very Eastery. And then we've got our tag. Then we want to have our sprig here in the back. So we're just going to add a very small line of glue. Put our sprig on. And then, oh no, I forgot to put my, hang on, I'm going to pull it off before it dries. See? The joys of using, I'll have to do it again. I need to put my tea bag, so I have some linen thread here. Linen thread? Yeah. That's what it is. Anyways, I'm just going to stick it down here. And then we can put our sprig on. Okay. And then we want to stick piece to here. Actually, instead of using this, I'll just use a dimensional. Much easier. So I'm going to cut it so that it's way too long. And then we can just stick that down like so. We can have that there. And then we need our little piece of lemon. So again, you could use an adhesive sheet if you don't want to get things gluey, but you don't need much for it to stay. Here we go. Okay, and then again, I'll use the smaller ones because I only want to put it on the top part because it's already sticking up from the cup here. There we go. And we've got our little teacup here. And then we just have to put it onto our tag. Like so. And then I forgot to keep out my little punch for my tag top. I will just use this trio punch here, maybe, if I can get it. I don't know if I can get it far enough in. Maybe not. All right. I'll grab my old style punch here. Just punch a hole. Everybody's got a hole puncher in their lives, don't they? Maybe if they're as old or older than me. The younger guys probably don't, but you know. Okay, then we have this is from the Enjoy the Adventure. I believe this one is on sale. I can't remember how much off it is, but I'm pretty sure it's a decent discount. And then there's nice grooves here. So obviously you'd want to fill your bag before you did this. And then you can just go around. Cut a piece here. And you can go through, or what I did was I went back up and through my tag here. Like so. And then I just tied a bow. And then my plan is to either put loose leaf tea. So my mom went to a tea themed party the other night. And I thought of this, actually it was my cousin that was throwing it, and then I had offered to make her little treat bags, but they didn't have time. So too bad, because it would have been fun. But you could fill this with loose leaf tea or a bunch of little tea bags with tea in it, but that makes a cute little gift, hey? Perfect. All right, so those are our 3 projects for today, but like I said, I was just giving you a taste of kind of what is on sale. April's host code, if I can clean this up, is this. For this month, I am offering, if you have a purchase of $60 or more and you use the host code, you will get a free gift from me in the mail. As long as you have to live in Canada, unfortunately. But if you live in Canada, you can order through me. Anywhere in Canada works. Okay, so this was our first one, the best butterflies. And then the lighthouse point, and then our cup of tea. So some fun stuff, some great colors retiring, some great new colors coming in. So don't worry, even though these awesome colors are leaving, there's new ones coming in. But if you do have, say you've got a stamp pad, but you don't have the refill of one of the colors that are retiring, make sure you get a refill, because otherwise, once it dries out, you won't be able to use the stamp pad anymore. And you can always use these colors as well as the cardstock. If you want to have a pack of cardstock that matches to keep you going, then make sure you pick up a pack of cardstock. I don't believe any of the colors stuff are discounted. Actually, I lie. The ink refills are discounted by 20%. Some of the cardstock is. So yeah, so you just have, and some of the stamp pads are. So you just have to go through and just see what is on your list and what you have and what you need. They are just, some of them are discounted, some of them are not. So that is all I have for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and I will be back next week with maybe some new items from the new catalog. I will probably be previewing the new colors that are coming, so make sure you come back and check those out. All right. Oh, Easter weekend is this weekend, so hope you guys all have a great Easter, and the Easter Bunny brings you chocolates. I went and got myself chocolates the other day because the Easter Bunny doesn't bring me chocolates. It only brings the kids chocolates. Anyways, have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.